Cincinnati now, and we're with my ISKCON friends, and we're gonna take an interview with them now. So, what do you like most in Krishna consciousness?
Who? So I mostly like Kirtan.
I like Kirtan too because of the music and the chanting.
I like to serve my deities, Radha Govindji.
I like Kirtan and the chanting. So what challenges you faced in Krishna consciousness?
I faced everyone making saying what is this, the long piece of hair. I say it's religious, and also prasadam. I don't like to eat in front of people.
So I face whenever I put tilak, sometimes I wear it outside because it's still on my forehead. People ask, what is it, and why do you wear it, and what's the purpose of it?
Same for me. My friends usually ask about my tilak, and they call it face paint. But I tell them what it's called. It's called tilak, and they're like, "Oh, nice name." And yeah. Same thing as Akshita. People always say what's the thing on your forehead? I say it's religious. It's still sort of Krishna. Well, God. I say God, but yeah. So how do you overcome all of these?
By overcoming my challenges about my shika, I just say it's religious, and there's nothing wrong about it. So, yeah.
How I overcome my challenges is I usually say, if they don't know the name, I say it's called tilak. It's religious, and I have no problem with that. I would just respect my culture.
So what I say when my friend asks me about my tilak, I say it's respecting my culture, and it's and I'm proud of my culture. So thank you, Hare Krishna. Haribol! Hare Krishna, welcome to Hare Krishna Kids and Radha Madhav Brothers Union. Now we'll be having an interview with His Grace Narahari Prabhu, and now we'll be starting. Prabhuji, can you please tell something about yourself?
Hare Krishna, my name is Narahari. My parents are Naveen Krishna Das and Brajabhakti Devi Dasi, both fortunate disciples of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. We live here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm currently going to the Ohio State University pursuing my degree, and also have been a member of the ISKCON Columbus community for my whole life. Thanks.
Hare Krishna, welcome to Hare Krishna Kids and Radha Madhav Brothers Union. So now we'll be doing an interview with Her Grace Kriti Mataji, and we'll be starting. Can you tell something about yourself?
Hare Krishna, my name is Kriti. My father's name is Ram Tirtha Das. My mother's name is Sita Sundari Devi Dasi, and I'm currently an undergrad student at Ohio State University, studying finance and minoring in business analytics.
Okay, so when did you start Krishna consciousness?
So in 2005, my parents took up the process seriously, and they started going to temple regularly in 2005, and I was 5 years old, so it's been about 16 years. Ever since then, I've been closely associated with...
I'll tell you when I went. I'll tell you when I went.
I was given an easier hand because my campus is really close to the ISKCON Columbus Temple. So even though I moved into a college apartment, both my roommates were, they both were vegetarians, both didn't, break the regular principles, both studious people. So I focused on more my association in college more than anything else, because the better association you have in an environment that is so hectic and chaotic like college, the more you can have success both academically, spiritually. From a spiritual standpoint, again, I was lucky because Iskon Columbus Temple is probably 5-10 minute walk from campus, so I was there with devotees every week. I had association. Whenever devotees came from out of town, I was able to take association with them. My parents were there, so it was just easier for me to practice having good people around me. Even the people who were non-devotees, they were still understood. I always explained to them that this is what I do. This is like who I am. This is what I practice, and they understood it. They respected it. So as long as you're open, nowadays everyone's has an open mind, especially our generation. There's no closed-mindedness. There's no, oh, he's doing this. There's no, he's doing that. As long as you're open and you're like, this is what I do, this is what I practice, this is what my beliefs are, then they say that, good for you. I respect that. So for me, practicing was really easy. Even after I took Diksha, I was still in the middle of my college career. That changed how I studied, how I did everything, because now my rounds became of utmost importance, even more than it already was. So then I used the 4-4-4. Obviously with classes and studying and clubs and everything, it's hard to fit in rounds. But if I had an 8 a.m., I'd wake up around 7, 6:45, finish 4, maybe 5 rounds, go to class, then come back. In college, you don't have 8 hours straight classes. You have 1 or 2 classes a day, and then you just study around that. So you'd fit in those 4, 4, 4, 4 to make up 16, and that's what I did. And Prasad was always there, and you can always cook. So Krishna consciousness in college is just mainly association. If you have good association, it's easy to practice.
So what is your suggestion for younger kids?
Younger kids, I would say definitely listen to your parents. That's one thing that since I turned 21, I look back. As many times where I've said like, oh, my parents don't know what they're saying. I feel like this. They don't know this. They don't know that. Looking back, they know what they're talking about. Everything they do is, even if it doesn't feel like it, it's for your own good. Now that I'm 21, I look back, I'm grateful for all the things that my parents did. All the stuff that at that point I thought, oh, they're holding me back. They're not letting me do this. They're not letting me do that. Now I realize if they had let me do that, then I would have gone some other way or something like that. But once you turn 21, I promise you, everything that you thought was really bad turns out to be really, really good. And then in the end, you thank your parents for everything. I'm experiencing that now. I'm about to turn 22 in the next 2 months, and I'm replaying everything that happened in my childhood in my head, saying, oh, my parents taught me from this, but then that helped me understand this. And you won't get it now, but it all pays off in the future, especially for Krishna consciousness. And I didn't start chanting till maybe 6 or 8. I didn't want to do it. But now, I take Diksha, I have my spiritual master, Swami Maharaj gave me shelter, all these things, and this is when my parents kept pushing. If you have other kids around you, have fun with them. It's always better to. Krishna consciousness is a collaborative effort. It's never, it can be done with one person, but it's so much better with, collaboration. Why Kirtan is so important? Bhajan, reading, sharing, all these things. Krishna consciousness as a whole is a very collaborative effort. Especially with kids. If kids have other kids their age and you just kind of practice Krishna consciousness together under the guide of like your parents or Sunday school teacher or something, then it all pans out in the future. But the main thing is, you're young, you want to have fun, not stopping you from having fun. Have as much fun as you want, but under the guise of your parents, and then everything pans out in the end.
Thank you, Narayana. Hare Krishna.